Hey guys, it's Jenny Silver, and today I want to talk to those of you in the state of California collecting unemployment who were on the lookout to be able to certify today with the California EDD. Many of you who had a $0 claim balance at the end of December were told that 3/7 would be the date at which time you would be extended with the new, now almost over PEUC or PUA extension. Now, the EDD stated that those claimants that had a $0 balance at the end of December when the CARES Act first expired would receive their extension by 3/7. Now, many of you have let me know that today you have not been able to certify and still are not extended. So I wanted to check a few things with you guys to make sure that your claims aren't stuck for some other reason which you might need to seek some help with. First off is an ID verification. If you were required to verify your ID with the EDD, they would have either sent you over an ID.me link to verify there, or they may have requested you to verify using DocuSign or another method with them. Now, if you have sent in your documents or you have verified with ID.me, but the EDD has not yet processed this, then that could be the reason why you're not yet able to certify. If you used ID.me to verify, I want you to double check right now that you have in fact completed the full process of ID verification, because many people miss the very last step of ID verification. After you have scanned in your ID documents and you have done the video selfie, you see on screen that you have completed that step. Then it tells you to return to your computer browser. Unfortunately, that text is a little bit smaller and many people miss that that is what you're supposed to do, and they do not return to their computer browser. Well, there is an additional step in the process where you must then enter in some personal information and grant ID.me the ability to send the EDD your information. If you complete that step, you will see on screen that you have completed and you have been verified, but you will also receive an email immediately following from ID.me. If you did not receive that email, go back and double check and make sure that you received it, because if you didn't receive it, your ID verification is still sitting there waiting for you to complete the process. If an ID hold is not the problem for you, you could be waiting because your claim has expired. If you're a traditional unemployment claim and you have reached the end of your benefit year, 12 months after the start of your claim date, and you can find your claim start date in UI Online, if you've reached 12 months after that, you may be able to certify or you may not, but if you do certify, they will be stuck in pending. Now, the EDD wants you to reapply after you reach the end of your benefit year. So that could be a reason why your account has not yet been extended, because your claim has ended. If that's the case for you and you have checked in UI Online and you see that from the start date of your claim, you are now at 12 months out or beyond, you need to call into customer service. Now, this applies to traditional unemployment claims, not PUA claims. So if you had W-2 earnings, your UI, and this applies to you. Now, if you are beyond that 12-month mark, call into customer service. I would recommend calling in and doing it over the phone, because they will help you to reapply over the phone. And then if you do not qualify because you didn't work, because you were collecting unemployment the last year, then they will automatically be able to apply the extension to your old claim over the phone. This seems to save a lot of time in getting your claim updated, because the customer service rep, once you get through, should be able to do it over the phone with you. On that, if you had a $0 balance at the end of December, then you will want to call into customer service. For those of you that have not received the extension yet because you recently came to a $0 balance, you may have received a notification that you are awarded an extension, but it usually takes between 1 to 2 weeks for the EDD to actually apply that extension to your claim once you receive that notification. You must reach a full $0 balance before that is triggered. So if you're on UI, if you're on PEUC, if you're on Fed Ed, you reach a $0 balance and then the EDD will send you a notification, and then within 1 to 2 weeks you should be able to certify. Now, for those of you that are stuck in pending, because I know many of you are stuck in pending and have been for over 2 months. Well, this is extremely frustrating, but the EDD has a significant number of reasons why you might be stuck in pending right now. Most of them are requiring the EDD to gather more information on your claim. In most cases, this requires speaking to them over the phone. Now, if you answered that you were not able to accept full-time work, or you were not able to look for full-time work, or that you refused work, all of those reasons will trigger a stop payment alert in your account, which means that the EDD will hold all payments until they verify that you are in fact eligible to receive unemployment benefits. Now, for those of you that have a COVID-related reason, such as staying home to care for a child who can't go to school, or other related reason that is approved by the EDD, it will still trigger those stop payment alerts in their system. Unfortunately, they are not notifying claimants that that is the issue, and in many cases, they are not reaching out on their own. So if you're stuck in pending, you do need to call into customer service and see exactly what is going on. In some cases, they may be able to lift the pending over the phone, while in other cases, they may require a representative to call you back at a later date for a phone interview. Now, if you have a new claim, a brand new claim, or if you reapplied and were being granted a new claim, there is going to be a 2 to 3 week period where your claim is processing. You're not going to be paid for those first few weeks because new claims are usually stuck in pending for the first 2 weeks while they review the account. If you call in during this time period, they will most likely tell you that there is nothing that they can do for you because your claim is under review. Now, many of you are having a great deal of trouble calling into the EDD, and I want you to view the 2 videos that I have linked down below that give my phone tips on how to get through faster. In addition to that, I want to reiterate to you guys how important it is to reach out to your assembly members. Many people are not doing this because they feel that they should be able to contact the EDD directly, or they might feel intimidated about calling their assembly member or feel like it's the wrong department to call, but it has helped many people to call and get a hold of their assembly member's office. Assembly members, while they cannot make changes to your claim, they do act as a liaison between you and the EDD, and they do have access to reaching a higher level customer service representative much more easily than you do. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry there's not more that I can do to help at this point in time, but you guys, I want to reiterate to you that if you're having problems, make sure that you call into customer service. Use my tips on how to get through. After that, call your assembly members and get them working on your case with you. After that, use the online tools such as UI Online or Ask EDD to submit messages. Those are a last resort, but they should also be done alongside the other efforts that you're making, because sending something passive like that can't hurt. Don't count on it as a primary form of communication, but while you're waiting for your assembly member to call you back, or while you're waiting on the phone with the EDD, submitting that request there will not hurt. Okay, you guys, let me know the status of your claim down below. Were you able to certify today? I hope that was helpful. Please click like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below.